Sorry about that, everyone. Something happened right when we started that scene, and we
That was super fun.
we hopefully things are figured out now. All right. Maybe we'll get that. Oh, I guess we won't get that cutscene again. Well, that's okay.
Oh. Is there a big mechanized boxing ring? What is this, like real steel?
Yeah.
That was an underrated movie.
Never saw it.
Oh, really? My daughter really liked it at the time. I wonder if she'd still like it now.
Yeah, me and Tyler, we got this guy, we had to find another, we needed to find another sage, and so that's what we did. We went and found another sage, and then he was like, well, I'm not here anymore, so you have to. Oh, dead. I should probably eat something. And so we had to find another sage, and he's like, well, I'm not alive anymore, so put these body parts together, and I'll fight with you through this thing. And so now that's what we're doing. It's like, okay, that's fine. I don't care.
All right.
Whatever. And I really should change, so I need to change. I told Tyler I'm only going to do the frog suit, but I'm going to break that rule right now because I'm so sick. I hate that frog suit. It's so stupid. So dumb.
Why does it want you to do the frog suit?
Well, it's because it's wet where we were, and so in order to like climb, I had to use the frog suit, and it was like, okay, so I would put it on, but it's like, it's the dumbest looking suit. Not even that. Well, there's a new suit that we got that has like a unicorn horn on it, and that's the dumbest armor. But it was like story. You had to get it for like the story, you know. And so it's like, okay, that's fine, whatever.
Yeah.
I obviously made the right decision to. So the very first thing it was like, you need to connect like these weapons to his arms, like, you know, I was obviously telling you to do that. Yeah. I obviously made the best choice because this guy, like, fire, then ball, then steel ball, spike ball. That is obviously the best choice because he is not doing good. Oh. Okay, that's fine.
Power it up or something.
Well, and I don't even know what this thing is. It would have been nice for my computer not to die in an opportune time. I don't even know where this guy came from. Oh, I've got more spindly arms. Ah! And rockets.
Scourge of the Spirit.
That's funny. He's got that rocket on and he's like trying to fly. This is so stupid.
It is.
This is so dumb. I really liked a lot of Zelda of this game. It is a good game. I wouldn't be surprised if it got Game of the Year.
Wow.
But it's like, this stuff is like, nah, this is dumb.
Yeah.
This is dumb. You needed to think through this a little better, and you did not.
Because then there's that, like, all the apparatuses on his arms.
It's dumb.
It's just like...
And here I am as a mech thing fighting it. It's like, this is dumb.
Dude, I don't like the mech outfit thing.
No, I don't either. I don't either. Yeah. But, you know, they're probably like, hey, let's do something new. And it's like, yeah, fine, whatever. The rest of the game is fine. The rest of the game did a good job, so I guess I'm not too upset about it. I mean, it was a really easy fight, though, too. It's like, as soon as it was easy. I definitely made the right choice with that fire. That was obviously the right decision.
Yeah.
But yeah, now we got videos up on YouTube of Super Mario World. We got 8 episodes, 30-minute episodes. Tyler's doing a great job editing, so that's fantastic. And yeah, you guys can go watch those. Now they're not, 3-hour slogs.
Yeah. Watch some of our better stuff.
That'd be great. This stuff is good too. We're just, we're moving along in the world. We're getting there.
Are we?
Yeah. yeah. I think after this game, we'll go back to Castlevania to finish the Platinum Trophy, and I'll play as, what's his name?
Oh.
Richter. Yeah, I'll play as Richter. I think what I might do, too, is, like, when you're here, I'll play a different game, and then when Tyler's here, I'll play a different game.
Oh, yeah.
And then that'll give us some, like, variety, and that'll be cool, too.
Yeah.
Videos will go up, and there'll be multiple videos, and look how many hearts I have. I have so many.
That is a lot of hearts.
I've got all the hearts.
Mm-hmm.
Steal your heart from me. But yeah, so students are coming back tomorrow. I think I'm always going to be nervous. I mean, I'm doing this. This is the 6th year I've been a teacher. More than 6 years being in education. And it's always, the first day is always like... And it's not... Because I even coach, so it's like I'm around students all the time.
Yeah.
So it's like... But I just get... I don't know.
Is it the new students? You gonna have new students?
I think it's just... Yeah, I mean, because I'll have freshmen, right?
Yeah.
And I'm also teaching Math 3 this year, and so I haven't ever taught Math 3.
Oh, wow.
So that'll be a thing. And it's a new curriculum. And it's a new grade book. So there's... And it's a new room. So it's like... It's almost like I'm starting teaching again. Like, that's how it feels. You know what I mean? And so it's just like, okay, that's fine. It'll be fine. I'll still be me and... most likely get fired after 3 years. That's fine. That's my mark. I have 4 years. That's the most I've ever been at a job. So we'll see how that goes.
Got a ways to go then.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know what it was. I mean, I felt more nervous this time than any other year at Roots, I feel, and I mean, I started out of the blind.
Yeah. I mean, you were like, because you didn't even start at the beginning of the year, right?
No, I started.
Yeah.
I started like 2 weeks after the quarter. Larissa wanted me to come in earlier, but I thought I'd be professional and give 2 weeks. But I probably should have just said deuces anyway. Like, what difference would it have made at this point? But you don't know that, and you don't know who works.
And you try to you just try to do it. I've done that with jobs too, where it's just like, okay. They are like, well, you're going to give us a week, right? It's like, yeah, I guess I'll give you a week.
Which is weird because if they want to get rid of you, they don't give you any time at all. They'll just be
like, today's your last day, buddy.
Pack it up. Here's a severance or not, depending on how it goes.
Oh, my gross hand. We both have gross hands.
Gross.
So this is the other sage we were trying to find, so that's good.
Looks like a jackalope.
Does look like a jackalope.
Like a sexy jackalope. That's kind of weird.
A very comely jackalope.
Oh, is it going to turn ungross?
No, I'm probably going to always just have this gross hand. I do have all my rings, though, so that's cool.
So you got the Infinity Gauntlet.
Yeah.
Just snap those fingers and the game will be over.
Right.
It's a special code that you have to do.
Oh my gosh.
It's like up, down, left, right, A, B,
like
select,
Nintendo
start.
makes, just steals the Konami code.
Yeah.
That'd be funny. Well, I mean, I've probably played this game already over 100 hours myself, not on stream, but it's just like I've been in, and I've put other games on the back burner that I really wanted to play too, like Final Fantasy 16 and 14.
That's a lot.
Because I've been playing this, and then me and Jamie have been playing Luigi's Mansion as well, Luigi's Mansion 3. This is just like what I do, man. This is my thing. Like, I honestly, if you made me pick between video games and sports, I probably would pick video games.
Oh, yeah?
That's how much, and I love sports. Like, I coach 2 sports. The Utes are coming up, and I love the Utes, but it'd be like Sophie's Choice for me. But I think video games would probably win out.
Wow.
I just love them so much. And, it's like I said, I've been doing this for 100 hours. You get so much, and I squeeze, every drop out of it.
Yeah.
So, with football or sports, it's there's a lot there, too, because, you can basically watch sports all year round if you like multiple sports.
Mm-hmm.
But honestly, I kind of get, burned out from that too. I really like football because football's like short and sweet, and like I move on. Like the basketball season, way too long. Baseball season, way too long. Way too long. The Olympics are really cool to watch. The World Cup is really cool to watch. But those things are like, because it's every 4 years. Like it's very, you kind of need a break, and football gives you that break. Like you have it, and then you're done, and then you move on.
Between college and NFL,
you can definitely get burned out.
Get burned out, especially because I've got the YouTube TV and it just records everything, and I get kind of burnt out because it's like, all right, and you watch the key plays, which is a really great way to get through a game.
Yeah.
But then it's just like, all right, how much of the same stuff can you see?
I really like how the Pac-12 does like the games in 60 minutes thing. That's pretty cool. I like that. I've been watching a lot of games from last year, and it's fun to like relive it. But it's like, they're like play, no halftime, play, and that's pretty fun.
And you kind of wish that's how it was, because I mean, it's hard to devote like consistent 3+ hours for all these games. Right. I mean, same with like golf. I love watching golf.
Yeah. Well, golf is like a whole day thing.
Yeah, I mean it is. Like if like when they do the U.S. Open or the Open, they'll play it from the beginning of the first round, on Saturdays and Sundays.
There's so many groups like that's why I usually watch the Masters, and that's it. And then maybe the U.S. Open, maybe.
Yeah.
But it's usually just the Masters, and I don't even watch all of it.
You kind of have to watch the highlights for Saturday, because I mean, that's why like LIV would probably be better to watch, because they don't have a cut, right? So why would you watch the first 2 days? That's why they don't put it up there. Why do they even play it if you're gonna have half the field miss the cut?
Right.
I don't know. It just seems kind of boring.
Well, and then, I think they do that just specifically to give
before,
most people a shot. That's really why they have, that they do it that way. Because then it gives you intrigue. It's like, oh, Tony Finau from Rose Park, And that's pretty
they have the
cool.
Corn Ferry. Maybe they just need another one as well, or more PGA tournaments or games or whatever that happen at the same time. I don't know. So, but I mean, I like watching golf, but at the same time, key plays for golf is also really helpful and beneficial, because really, if it's not close, because it's like a race, if there's not close at the end of Saturday and Sunday between several, because it's always kind of fun to watch a playoff or to give that kind of drama. If it's not close, it's really kind of boring. I mean, you get to see cool shots, but it's just like, all right, I know who's going to win, so it's just like, who cares about the runner-up? So
when I used to watch SportsCenter for that reason every night. I would watch SportsCenter because it was a good, it was a good way to see all that. Zelda was fighting Ganon back in the past. All the sages are. Oh, they do call him Ganondorf. Okay, so it is actually Ganondorf, not Ganon. Because Ganon, I guess, is like the spirit. Ganondorf is like his human form. That guy, which is a Gerudo. Oh! You killed my wife, you piece of crap! I will end you. Oh, he's got 3 eyes. I never noticed that. Look at my third eye. And despair.
What would that be like if we had a third eye? How would that affect our perception and stuff?
I don't know. That is an interesting question that we should... Let's get you a third eye, like Doctor Strange, and let's see how that works. I'll be Scarlet. We don't have to have any kind of relationship that's weird. We can still just be bros. I'll be a male Scarlet.
I wish there was stuff like that.
What, just being bros?
I mean, no, more like...
Oh, kind of like...
mysterious, kind of... But I guess if it was common, then it, we'd just be like, alright, dude's got a third eye.
Right. And that's what's fun about sci-fi, right? I think that's honestly what people like about sci-fi. When you watch Star Wars, it's like, it's cool that they're like it's the idea of like taking medieval knights and then giving them lightsabers. But really, it's cool to see like all the different things like that they are, and all these different aliens and all these I think that's why Doctor Who, I think, was so, popular for so long. It's cool to see all these different ideas come to fruition. Oh man, he sacrificed himself.
So would he turn them to stone or something?
I guess he's like taking its life force.
Or they're just stuck there in time?
Maybe. I mean, I guess that would make sense because I have that like time power.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Sci-fi and fantasy. Is there much difference between the two? One just
Not
kind of
really.
uses magic more
Right.
than science or like technology.
Right. One is like techie. The other one is magic.
And like, I kind of wish I would catch on to be like cool series. I guess Carnival Row was kind of a steampunk fantasy series.
Yeah. Well, and steampunk is like right in the middle too. It's like steampunk is the middle, the bridging of those two things.
Well, yeah.
Then you have like Lord of the Rings is magic, fairies, elves, and then you have sci-punk or what I can't remember the actual name.
Sci-punk.
There's steampunk, and then there's a actual like name like that's like but the sci-fi part of it.
Huh.
And but that's like Star Wars and Star Trek and like that kind of stuff.
Oh.
Yeah. I really like steampunk. So like League of Legends, they did a series on Netflix.
Oh,
and the characters it was like steampunk.
Huh.
And it's really good. It's actually a really, really good series. Like the story is very well done. And like the Castlevania Netflix series is really well done. It does have a lot of mature content. And so of all kinds of stripes. But it's the battle scenes are very like such good animation, so clean. Really good, like super good. And if you like, I love Castlevania. I love like vampiric stories. That's like my medieval gothic. Like that's what I like. If that gothic genre, and so I love Castlevania kind of stuff.
In my original time,
Wow. So this is quite the movie at the moment, huh?
Oh yeah, we're learning. We just got our 5th sage, and now we're learning.
like him.
Now we're learning what's going on with. So Zelda had the sword. This guy told her, you can turn into a dragon, and the way you do that is by swallowing the gem things that they have, that like tear thing. And so then she did that, and we got the Master Sword back it was on her. And so now the Zelda dragon, I guess, because it's Zelda in my understanding. We haven't seen her like turn back into Zelda, so I don't know. I don't know how that all works, but she was trying to find a way to get the Master Sword back to the Link in his time, or in the future, so that he could obviously finish Ganondorf off, because he's not dead. Like he was just imprisoned by Rauru.
That act is forbidden.
And it's forbidden.
It would mean throwing yourself away. Oh, Maru.
It's forbidden. I wonder if he became like king somehow. Maybe he was like, he took over for Rauru.
Won't be able to
But he
change
won't
back.
be able to change back. Scandalous.
Change back from what?
From the dragon.
So he stays a dragon?
Yeah. I don't know if I like that.
Yeah.
I bet there has to be a way, right? I mean, this is Nintendo, right? It's their story.
Right.
Like, they can say, well, you can't turn back, and then plot happens. It's like, oh, she turned back. Okay.
I thought you had the Master Sword already.
So the Master Sword broke, right? And then it traveled back in time, and now she has it. So now she wanted, and this is the past, so now she's trying to figure out a way to get it back to Link. We now have it in the present. I did get the sword from her, the dragon, and so
Just telling you the
this
story
is just
of how
yeah, because I don't know that we were supposed to like know how, like, because what it was is there's these monster like hieroglyphs, and when Tyler was here, we went around and did the like quest behind those, and then she appeared after we did it, and so that's how that's what's funny about this game is like the story is not nothing is linearly progressing. Like, you just jump around and, like, so we knew a lot of this stuff, and then they're just retelling it now. And so he's just relaying to us, like, what was happening there, filling in some other key points. Like, we didn't know that Ganondorf or how he had been, like, you know, sealed away. So, yeah, so now he's explaining we were trying to figure out how to get that. I guess his spirit entered the Pura pad. That's interesting. You know, and it's still, you know, that's pretty Zelda. It's Zelda games, like, the sword seals the darkness, the Master Sword. You need to use the Master Sword. Yeah, so. The Demon King.
Wow.
Now, if that isn't, you know, you come out, so you're born as a Gerudo, the only male. So whenever a male's born, they follow him, the male. And so it's like he becomes their king. And it's like, I wonder, you know, we talk about fate sometimes. I wonder if, see, I already have the Master Sword. So if I were doing this story, I probably should have, like, done it a different way. But it's like, yeah, it's fine. Whatever. It's fine. We've done it. Yay for us. All right. So now, but yeah, like we found the 5th sage. Report to Pura. Okay. Let's go to Pura. Yeah, I wonder. Yeah. So that's what these things were, and then you get the sword. And there's like 12 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's how you do that. So yeah. Off we go. I still don't have the, what's it called? The shield. The, like, typical the lay-in shield. I don't have that. Usually that's in the game too.
Huh.
It's fun.
What a tip.
What a tip.
Tip to my loo.
There's a treasure chest nearby. No way. We'll just go back this way. Yeah, I have so many arrows. I have 265 arrows. Every time I can buy arrows, I go and buy them. They are so useful. Yeah, I did all these things, and I was on a mech. I fought another mech. Oh, that sounds like that movie. That's weird.
Matrix?
The Matrix? No, not that one. The one that has the actor that Cox hates. Oh, yes, Hugh Jackman.
Real still?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's watch that again. I think there's something wrong with my phone lately.
Yeah, phones are terrible.
No.
They break down all the time. The Masters... So that's like what's going on is like... I've done all these things like out of order, so now I'm talking to her. Yeah. And she's like, well, now we need to get the Master Sword. And he's like, I have the Master Sword, and I have it. See? And she's like, oh, it's been restored. And it's like, oh, okay, you found it on a dragon, huh? That's weird. I guess we need to move the story on. You've gone out of order, you little stinker. There has to be a way to get her back from dragons, from being a dragon. Come on. Find the 5th sage. Done.
Complete.
No, let's crisis at Hyrule Castle. Complete. Good. Yeah, see all that. So now we know where he's lurking. Seems like he's away in Hyrule Castle. I think he'd be on the surface. That must mean that's it. The depths. Okay, so we're going back to the depths. Yeah, that makes sense. Josha. Alright, let's go ask Josha. I probably did some stuff already. Oh, I've already talked to Josha.
Did you?
That's funny. Yeah. Because I've... That map, right?
That's
Where we were, I made the
ahead.
whole map already, so... That's funny. We might be right on our point of beating the game. That's funny. Well, it's like I said, I've been playing I have played this like to death.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it makes sense. She did turn out to be pretty capable.
Sorry, I'm just kind of like watching the show.
The deepest reaches of the depths beneath Hyrule Castle.
Check it.
Yes, I will do. Destroy Ganondorf. Yeah. I mean, yeah, this makes sense. I mean, I was wondering, man, that was
wild.
Holy crap. I was wondering how much more story could actually, like, exist.
Yeah.
You know? It's like, I've done so much. Good. Look, I did all these things, and now... Oh, Doc praised my work? That's fun. The Demon King? You mean like the Demon... Yes, the... Who else? What other Demon King? Wow, the Demon King!
Wowzers.
That's funny. I want to continue to help out, even if I can't go. I'm really pouring my heart into researching the depths. Good, good. All good things. I'm sorry that I've kind of ruined everything and just skipped everything ahead, so, you know. Thanks for telling me, swordsman. I mean, I did all the story things on the stream, so no one can really be that mad at me, right? Okay, let's see. Adventure log, destroy Ganondorf. Okay. And, yeah, that sounds good. So, there's one place. So, this is the place I'm still not able to go in for some reasons. The Lost Woods.
Oh.
Every time I try and enter, it doesn't, like, you go in, and then there's, like, nothing. Like, you can't. It just spits you back out.
Huh.
So, I don't know. I'm guessing the shield is somewhere in here.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I don't know. I do not know. Maybe I thought something would happen more that would like maybe open that. You know what? I'm gonna cook some stuff.
Cook it
That's
up.
probably a good idea. I don't know where a pot is though. Where's a pot to cook?
I forgot how tiresome teaching is.
Oh yeah.
Especially because the end of a school year, I mean, you're doing so little, so it's kind of like you get this massive break.
Oh, I need to show you this.
What the heck,
So
is that, broccoli?
so that's like, you know those Korok things
Yeah.
that we found around? That's like their leader. Okay. Oh, maybe he's gonna tell me how to do it. When traveling the world, I can sense my friends back home, but lately I've been sensing anyone at all. All I get now is this ominous feeling coming from there. I want to go home to Korok Forest to check on things, but I'm too scared. Very worried about my friends, the great Deku Tree back home in the forest. Do you think they're okay? Oh, maybe I can go there now. Maybe we'll take a little detour. Oh, is he not gonna do? Okay, so I definitely wanted to show you this because I figure I know what you're gonna say, but I wanted to let you experience it for yourself. Here we go. So this is how I expand things, and he does this little dance. This is, and then the ending is the best. Beep. Isn't that so good?
Like, why?
Don't you love it? It's so good.
I mean,
Da, 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 da.
that seems like something out of like Mario Party or something like that.
Yeah.
Like you just did a
So-
mini game or
so
something like
good.
that.
I knew you would love it. I
that's
knew it.
so-
I knew it. Everyone, I knew it. Oh, he wanted his Korok Forest. Where's Korok Forest? Oh. Thought that would be. I guess I don't know where. I do want to go. I do kind of want to go there anyways and see if there's. See what going. I want to see it because I don't want to just skip it for no reason. If there's something cool in there, we'll take a little detour. How about that? How about that, friends?
Detour.
A little detour on our magic little journey, our little gurney, as it were.
Checking what the weather's gonna be like. 98, 99, 95. And then the 80s. Storms coming this weekend.
Oh, well, something's happening. My ring is blinking. Oh, hello.
My blinking ringing. My
Okay,
blinking
so
blinking.
oh, it's a her. Oh, okay. Thought it was a boy. My bad. I guess I can't tell the goat people, genders. Interesting.
Yeah.
Looked like a dude to me. That's fine. Whatever. I don't care. Who cares? Do I care? No, I don't.
Everything's all the same. Nothing really matters.
It doesn't. Nothing really matters. Yeah, I don't know.
I'm sure that's exactly how it goes.
Yeah. Nothing else matters. Is that Nickelback?
Oh, you must be thinking of a different song. I was thinking of Metallica. Nothing else matters.
Maybe that is Metallica. I don't know.
I got it mixed up with
Heroes say
Nothing Really Matters. And I sang the Metallica one, and Destin was like, "What are you talking about? That's Linkin Park." Yeah.
I don't know.
And it doesn't
You know what I don't
matter.
understand? I don't understand why people hate Nickelback so much.
I know.
I don't get it. And it's like, because I don't have a dog in the fight. I think it's like why people are like, you like Utah? You like BYU? Like, they suck. And it's like, I don't... If they don't have a dog in the fight, it's like, what? Like, who cares? And then and then it's like... and then you sit there and you're like, okay, these people really have like studied this out in their mind. That's another reason. It's like the very first thing I've said on this stream, how much I didn't like BYU, and then I went on this journey as well to overcome that, and I've come a really, really long way. And I've been really happy with myself about that, to be honest.
I can't remember if this is clean or not, but that reminds me of... I don't know if he talks about Nickelback, but he talks about how people hate Guy Fieri so much.
Oh, yeah, people do, yeah.
And it's a comedy sketch on Conan on TBS. Should I play it? Because it's kind of like on point, but I mean, I guess we could just talk about it.
Yeah. Yeah,
Just-
for sure. It's like,
just
I
'cause
think
of
it's
the-
partly, it has to partly be jealousy, right?
Right? Because, I mean, why would anybody care?
Yeah.
Explain to me what the hell Guy Fieri ever did to anyone. Y'all know what I'm talking about, the celebrity chef? People shit on that dude
Oh, sorry.
all the time. And as far as I can tell, all he ever did was follow his dreams.
Right?
I know.
You
I know.
understand? People are horrible to a television personality, and he didn't do anything wrong. Here's what he did do, America. He started a company where he hires everybody. He pays more than minimum wage. He gives health benefits before he has to. He has a non-profit where he gives pretzel-making machines to schools so they can fundraise. I know that one sounds like I made it up, but I swear to Christ, it's true. He works with Special Olympics athletes, and if you need a little more sugar with this medicine, he also officiated a gay wedding. Yeah.
Yeah.
But because he has flames on his shirt, everybody shits all over this dude like he's a member of Nickelback. And by the way, what the hell did Nickelback ever do? They made 40 million bros happy? Yeah, you know what? I'm walking around pissed off. That's how we ended up in this mess.
So, it's true. All of it's true.
Yeah, I'll pause it right there anyway, so we don't hurt anybody else's ears. But yeah, I mean, that's a really good observation, and I mean, I don't know why. Yeah, why are people so mean? It's like Mr. Beast, right? Did we talk about this a while ago?
Yeah.
How
And
it's
he like help people like get their sight,
yeah,
and they hate him for it. It's like,
like I don't necessarily care about Mr.
What?
Beast at all. I didn't know who he was until a few years ago when I started teaching.
yeah,
What difference does it make if he does how he does it? I mean, he benefited somebody.
right?
What kind of philanthropic thing have you done that you hate on him so much for it?
I know.
Or apparently Guy Fieri, I forgot because I hadn't listened to that bit for a while that he did all that stuff. And I've never been against Guy Fieri, I don't necessarily get him, but I mean, wasn't he just on a reality show and they made it big?
Yeah.
Wasn't he on some cooking show? That's all I remember. And I mean, I don't know what he does now.
He toured the country, and he did he would go to places and review food.
Yeah.
And so he did here in Utah, what's it called? Not Apollo, but the Crown Burger.
Crown Burger, yeah.
So he did Crown Burger, right? And it's and we're all just sitting here thinking, yeah, to me it has to be jealousy. And it's like, if you're jealous, again, so it's like what we're talking about Utah and BYU. I have my opinions of like the 1984 championship, but if the Utes had a national championship that was recognized the way that I wish it was, like I wish the '08 was recognized the way it should be, it's like I would want people to respect that too.
Yeah.
And it's like, and it makes me upset that Utah isn't recognized like the true national championship that they deserved and did win, you know, in all that stuff. And so it's just like, yeah, it's funny. It's interesting.
Yeah, so I mean, not to, like, I don't want to be like opening up a wound or anything. I don't know if you've checked it out or anything, because I have not. I haven't looked at anything into it. But since you told me, and I'm just thinking about that as you're bringing up BYU Utah now, are Zubies or Y fans just on top of the world with what happened to University of Utah in the Pac-12, and are they giving
tons of
flack and stuff?
What actually happened with them is they were so mad, just like there were a lot of people. So there are a lot of people like me that are like that see it for what it is, and it's like awesome. We're going to Big 12 country. Like people love their sports down there, college sports. Like it's such a good thing. That's the camp I'm in, and there's a lot of BYU fans that they wanted it just like I did, and awesome, so good, right? Then there's fans that were like, please, everything that they could have, please do not come to the Big 12. Like they did not want Utah to come, and so like they were happy that it was falling, but then they weren't happy that Utah essentially, because I feel like they did the right thing. They're like, okay, we're gonna wait, we're gonna see, you know, what happens, and we're gonna hold tight. If we can keep the Pac-12, great. If not, we'll go somewhere else. And so they were hoping that Utah ended up on the outside, looking in, because that's how they ended up. So they wanted Utah to suffer like BYU suffered for the last 11 years.
Yeah, but
that's like really crappy too, though. It's like,
yeah, but I don't think they would have been in that position because they're a bigger player.
Well, the thing is BYU, like Utah lucked out. Texas didn't want to go to the Pac-12. That was like what was happening back then. Utah was Plan B, and they got Utah and Colorado. Awesome. Utah became a top dog in the Pac-12. They've won, you know, back-to-back Pac-12 championships. A lot of people pick them to three-peat. They would be the only football team in history in the Pac-12 to three-peat. So that would be a huge deal too. Last year, the Pac-12 is even a thing. So lots of cool things could be happening for Utah if they ended it the right way. And it's like, and the thing is BYU was upset that they didn't get to be a part of it. And like because they played Pac-12 teams all the time, but the Pac-12 was never like, well, we'll take you. There was always like, well, we'll play you, but like we're not going to do anything about that. Yeah. And it's like, I think that really frustrated BYU fans, and I feel like they think that Utah like had a hand in it. And honestly, the administrations don't not like each other. Like from what I understand, the administrations like are pretty good to each other. Like BYU voted, you know, it was a unanimous vote. BYU voted for Utah to be in the Big 12. And so it's like, I think BYU fans just, they wanted to revel in that a little bit, and for Utah fans to get some of their comeuppance the way they had it, or like their idea of comeuppance. But because I don't really know that.
But BYU kind of chose that comeuppance. They could have stayed in the Mountain West.
Yeah, well, and that was the thing is when it happened, they're like, they went independent because Utah left. Yeah. Like they did not want to sit still in the Mountain West because that definitely would look bad. Yeah. Like, and it would have looked bad that your rival like gets picked and you don't. It's like the pretty girl and the girl who maybe isn't as pretty.
Do you think it would have been better for them to have stayed in the Mountain West overall?
I always thought that now that it worked out that they did get in the Big 12, because the Big 12 denied there was a whole thing of them trying to do this, and the Big 12 originally said no, and then Texas and Oklahoma left. So then, just like with Utah, a spot opened up. So 2020 hindsight, it's like they definitely made, I think, the right choice to go independent. I think that was the right thing to do. And honestly, like, they go through, like, the Spirit. Like, they don't do anything. Like, the brethren sit down. They do all of that. So, like, it wouldn't surprise if, we being, Christian, Heavenly Father believing people, Heavenly Father probably saw this.
Yeah.
Like, even though it's just football, like, it's still, football breeds, like, exposure. And it's like, BYU needs to get exposure so people go to their university. So, like, as a Christian, you do want, and if you believe in the church, you do have to still be like, you want BYU to be successful because, and that's like what my journey has been about, is that you want to be successful because you want to get exposure. That's why that's why enrollment's up at Utah. Like, they're, like, football, especially football, huge ties. There's a huge correlation between success in football and rates. And so, like, if you want the message to go out to people, you want them to be successful. You want BYU to win games. You always want to beat them yourself, and there's nothing wrong with that. And, like, I'll always root for Utah over BYU, but, like, when BYU's playing, it's like we should, in my opinion, we should want them to succeed so that the message gets out. Yeah. And football can be, and Sataki, because of the way Sataki is, it can be a good way to get it out, And like, for me, I feel like my pride I needed to set aside and, like, actually go with that and understand that that's actually really that's the truth of the matter.
Yeah.
And, like, yeah, I can root for Utah to beat them all the time, but, like, if Utah's not in it, or, like, if they, because there could be years that they go to the Big 12 championship game, but they're both so highly ranked that they both get in. That can happen too. Like, Utah and USC would have, if the new playoff system were here, Kansas State and TCU would have got in, and Utah and USC would have got in. So both of those conferences would have had 2 representatives. And so it's like,
are they actually
that's
doing
great.
that? Are they actually doing that in the future?
Yeah, so next year. So when Utah goes to the Big 12, if all you got to do, if you're a winner in your power conference, you have an auto bid. And then what I was saying last year, that could happen again for the Pac-12 this year. They have 4 teams that are in the top 25 starting the year off. And if their top 2 teams are, like, top 10, like, you could lose that last game and still get into that kind of system. Like, there are people that will give you a sniff, And that's all you're wanting is just exposure. And then you get better recruits, and then on and on and on and on it goes.
Wow, what a crazy system.